Hey guys, welcome to JoJo Cider Reviews and More. I'm JoJo. You saw it right, guys. We're going to be reviewing Busch Ice. I'm very pumped about this. 5.9% ABV, and very hard to find, at least in my area of Eastern Massachusetts. The only place I have found this at is a liquor store in Danvers, Massachusetts called Merchants. And this is, I thought it was a 24 ounce, it's a 25 ounce can. Called the big one on it, and this is Anheuser-Busch product out of St. Louis, Missouri. AB InBev is their parent company, and I've reviewed Busch beer, not Busch Light, on my channel, and it gets a 47 out of 100 on Beer Advocate. It's an American adjunct lager. It's an ice beer. That's where they brew the beer below freezing temps and remove the ice crystals, and it raises the alcohol content. It also makes it more sweet and more of a smooth finish. That's what I read. And so yeah, just a little background on the ice beers. The ice beer craze was in the 1990s. So depending on who you ask, well, most people will say Eisbock, E-I-S-B-O-C-K, was the first ice beer. Well, I should say this is where, it gets a little confusing, because Molson Ice says they had the first. Molson Brewing Company says they had the first ice beer. It was known as Canadian Ice. But Labatt says, the Labatt Brewing Company, that they had the first ice beer. And once they started brewing their ice beer, it had a 10% market share in Canada. And they say that's what started the ice beer wars. In the U.S., Molson Ice made it there first, but the first U.S. brewed, domestic brewed beer was Ice House, which is one of my favorites. Just one of my favorite beers in general. But this is Busch Ice. And again, it's really hard to find. I've only ever seen this, the tall can here. Well, I guess 25 ounces. But also, I've read ABVs in the 5.5 range. I think I said that on Untapped, but it's 5.9 on this can anyways. So looking forward to reviewing this. So on my channel, let me pour the beer first. This can is a monster. Look at this. Alright, so really good head retention there, guys. About a 2.5 fingers worth of head, kind of a cream colored head, maybe, yeah. And a straw colored appearance, kind of like a pale yellow, a decent amount of bubbles coming up to the surface. It's clear, looks crisp, clean. It's going for the aroma. Sweet grains, bready. A little bit of a hop note there, I would say. More malty though, bready, sweet. Just smells like it's an easy drinking beer. The head's kind of dying down, but still there. Without further ado, salute. Yeah, good amount of sweetness, super crushable, easy to drink. Sweetness, bready. There is a little bit of a hot bite on the back end, at least that's what I'm getting. Maybe a little bit of like a grassy note. I don't want to say like a honey note, but like there is a good amount of sweetness there. I know I've said it like 3 times, but there's some sweetness there. And I think you also get that with Budweiser. Budweiser is obviously under the umbrella of Anheuser-Busch. I also find Busch beer to have a sweet note as well, so I guess it's kind of a similar recipe. I want to say they use corn as an adjunct, corn syrup. Super easy to drink though. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of the ice beers I've reviewed on my channel. Bud Ice I've reviewed. I was able to find Labatt Ice a couple years back in Londonderry, New Hampshire, which is extremely hard to find around here. Bud Ice, Labatt Ice. I want to say, I think I reviewed Natural Ice as well. A dry finish. Tastes very crisp. yeah, just it tastes like just a clean, crisp beer. You know what I mean? Some people aren't into these type of beers, but I don't discriminate, guys. I like the craft beers. I like the double IPAs, but I also like the Bud Ices of the world. I like the old Milwaukee's of the world. I like the Milwaukee's Best. I like all the beers. You know what I mean? So I try to review all different styles on my channel. By the way, pretty good lacing here. I want to say that as well. Super sessionable. I mean, you could have, even though the ABV is a little higher, and it's still super easy to drink. 5.9. It might creep up on you a little bit, but I'm not sure what I paid on with this, but I was just happy to find it. Like I said, I cannot find old Milwaukee ice around here at all. Genesee Ice is available, so I hope to review that. Keystone Ice, I believe, was discontinued, unfortunately. Ice House might be my favorite ice beer, spoiler alert, but we can get it around here, and I hope to review that. We can get Molson Ice as well. Always been a big fan of the ice beers. Kind of has that. It's hard to describe. It's almost like a freezer taste. You know what I mean? If you leave something in the freezer, like a piece of food or something, you have like kind of a freezer taste if you leave the wrapper open. This is kind of like that a little bit, if that makes any sense. You can also taste the alcohol a little bit there too. Anyways, I think this is really good for a score, judging within the style. Go with an 88 out of 100. It's a B plus. I almost kind of want to say 90, but 89 or 90, but I think 88 is a good score. B plus. Definitely get it again. And there's a lot of beers that I want to try around here that I can't find, like Blatz, Stroh's, Schmidt's, Country Club malt liquor. So I'm happy when I can find some of these obscure beers in my area. I recently reviewed Hams, well, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, and I enjoyed that. So I'm happy to get Busch Ice, even though it's only a one spot. Hopefully they won't stop selling it. But anyways, this is Busch Ice, and I think it's a really good beer, guys. Check it out if you can, if it's while you can, because it could be off the shelves in your area. You never know when they're gonna. We had Bud Ice around here, I'll say quickly, and it's gone. We had it a couple years ago. Can't find it around here, and that's a fairly popular beer too. So we never know. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Till next time, salute day.